check. Sound check. Sound check. Hello, hello. Hi everyone. I'm just doing a final sound check. Welcome. Sound check, sound check. Am I loud and clear? Everything's okay? Please feel free to share this, guys. And welcome. Final sound check. Final sound check. We'll start in a few more minutes. 3 minutes. So, welcome everyone. Final sound check. Please feel free to share, guys. Hi, Will. Hi, everyone. I love the Nick. Keep learning. So true. I'll show you what I'll be teaching today. So these are all the audio equipments. Just testing the camera. Right. So make sure you have your papers ready and pen. Oops, hello, wrong button. Okay, let me just fine tune this. There you go. All right. I'm all around photography, videography, and filmmaking and SEO. Sounds good. All right. Wait, I'm kind of there. Okay, please bear with me because this is a new software. I'm using 2 cameras and a lot of audio equipment on my table. So, and 2 screens, 1 iPod in front of me. Okay, so again, it's live, so it's a bit difficult as well. So please bear with me. Please don't forget to share. This is something different for photographers and videographers there. This is quite important because, again, audio is very important. Hi, Jay. Hi, Mas. Welcome. Okay. Showtime. Let me just turn off this timer. Timer. All right, there. All right, guys. Welcome, everyone. My name's Kelvin. This is the fourth installment of Event Videography. Title is Can't Hear You, Essential Audio. So we will be discussing everything about audio. Okay. So again, please feel free to ask questions anytime. Okay. So. First of all, please do follow me on my Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube channel. So we're currently building it. Please do follow me. In the span of 2 years, I only have 1,000 plus. And I would appreciate a few follows, guys. Thank you. All right, just to sum it up of what we've covered so far. Today, again, I can't hear you. Next week, we will be covering essential lightings, gears and their usage on May 10, which is also 5 p.m. Let's get this done. This is more of essential editing. Sorry. Hi, Tarek. Welcome. Nice seeing you here. All right, so where was I? Got lost, sorry. Let's go live on May 31st. So I was really wondering if I could move this schedule and put it here. It would be nice because everyone seems to be really in the, what do you call this, live streaming. And I figured out a lot of new things as well. So maybe you want this prior to lighting. Please give me your input as well. Okay, so next slide. Okay, so external video would be on June 7. So it's more of the 4K recording. It's the advanced. I'm still waiting for that unit, Tarek. Thank you. All right, so okay. Again, target audience. Target audience are photographers who wanted to switch to videography and basic knowledge of photography. If you're new, it's imperative at least you know basic photography already. And people who wanted to fully utilize the power of Nikon DSLR, that would really help. Okay, Tarek gives me a smile. All right, guys. I would appreciate interaction. Please feel free to post your comments, post your questions, ask whatever you want. So again, I would appreciate interaction and thank you very much. Okay, so please do say hi. If you just joined, please do say hi. Tell me what you do, what your gears, what you have, and where you're from. So please do. Okay, as you can see, I'm having a new software right now, so it's a nice toy. All right, appreciate you joining here right now. Ramadan Kareem to everyone. So thank you for joining. So just like another summary of what we have covered so far. In session 1, story plus music equals good video. I'm not sure if everyone has watched the 3 sessions, the 3 prior sessions. So hope you do. Please do watch them. It's always there in Nikon MEA website, Facebook page rather. Okay, so everyone's saying hi already. Eastern Summer from Philippines. Hi. From Dubai. All right, sounds good. All right, session 2, it's not the gears, it's the one using it. And session 3, technically, sorry. Okay, so now it messes up. Where was I? Okay, there. Okay, camera movement gives actions to the story. Okay, so to sum it up, making video is not magic or rocket science. It's just basically it'll take you practice, study and be persistent. It takes time to master the movement, the audio, the editing. It's just practice. Okay, so what I do is always watch behind the scenes, download stuff, read. Okay, so let me just... Hi, AJ. Hi, Muhammad. Okay, so that's from Riyadh. Okay. So, again, here, guys, is one of the most important thing. Wait, let me just put this on live so I would see what I'm broadcasting right now. Okay, so audio is more important than video. Okay, that statement is very important because you can get away with a blurry shot. You could get away with a boom mic showing in your scene, a Starbucks mug on the table. You could get away with that, but you could never get away with a bad audio. Never. Okay, I'll give you one example. So, if I'm having this, then I'm bad audio. Immediately, you can't get away with that. A blurry shot, you can get away. You could do a B-roll, you could do a cutscene, but the audio will still be there. Okay. Yes, true. Learning 24 hours. Okay, so it's more difficult to get a good, consistent audio compared to video. So audio has a lot of factors, a lot of small details that needs to have attention to. So this is part of what I'm going to teach. Sorry guys, I have to turn off my audio because it gets confusing. So I have to turn off the monitor. Okay, so where was I? Okay, so again, no one will forgive you. Again, just to be clear, no one will forgive you if you have bad sound. Okay, so please take note of that. Thanks, Will. All right, so again, this is audio essentials, the basic part of having great audio. So here are a few rules that I live by, which is kind of funny thing is I've watched a lot of tutorial videos, a lot of videos concurring to audios. Wait, this is kind of annoying already because I'm having feedback. Okay, so I've watched a lot of videos which teach about audio. And funny thing is I came up with a list of rules that I live by, and I literally compared each. No, there's the echo again. Sorry. Okay. Okay, there. Apologies again. That's the beauty of life. Sometimes you messed up. Okay, so these are the rules that live by. Okay, so please take note. These are quite important. The microphone needs to be as close as possible. It's simple as that. Okay, so if you're far from the microphone, you won't get better audio. I'll give you one example. Okay, this is a microphone from the audio recorder. This is a microphone from the audio recorder. So I'll show you, where is it right now? So this is the microphone that I'm using right now. So it's far. I hope you could hear me. Okay, so this is the microphone. Sound check, sound check. Can you hear me, guys? So this is the microphone. This is the microphone away from me. So see the big difference? I'll bring it back again to my boom mic. Okay, so that's one example of having a good audio which is near you. Okay, I'll give you another example. I'm having static right now. I don't know what's causing that. Okay, so imagine me turning off the monitor and I won't be able to hear you. Even the errors. Okay, wait. Okay, so sound check. Okay. Sound check, sound check. So I'm currently using, where am I? Okay, there. I'm currently using a lapel microphone. So makes more sense. It's closer to me and the audio is so clear. Please do agree. Yes, I could hear the feedback. I'm using 4 microphones all over, so I'm shutting down the monitor, so it's quite hard. All right, so this is one of my favorite microphones, especially on a shoot. So as you can see, it's close to me, so the quality is really good, and it's very clear, okay? So I have a few more microphones for testing later on for you to understand. Having same frequency make noise. I do understand, but I'm aware of the frequency. I don't have any similar frequencies here. Thank you for that. Okay, microphone as close as possible, again. So understand your microphone's polar patterns to reject noise. So it's quite important. It's better with microphone. Of course, it's better with microphone, definitely. Okay, I'll go back to this, having frequency. Yes, the frequency helps, but again, I do understand all our lapel microphones is in different frequency. That's more of a static coming in and the wires and the connectivity and all. Okay, so where was I? All right, so currently I'm using a lapel microphone. Here are a few examples of kinds of kinds of microphones, which is very important in the field. It's not that important as of the moment because these are all a bit technical, but I'll just showcase you try to explain it in a non-technical term. Okay, so again, as it's obvious, it's omnidirectional. So microphone is here, so every direction it will capture. If it's a bi-directional microphone, it'll have a figure 8. So here's the microphone, and the audio will be capturing from here. Same thing with the sub-cardioid and the cardioid. The cardioid is, I have a cardioid microphone. So basically what it's covering is, why it's cardioid? Because it looks like a heart. That's why. So if you buy a microphone, try this too. The shotgun and the cardioid. I'll list down my recommendations or my microphones, our microphones that we use in a day-to-day basis. So here's one of my favorite, is a shotgun microphone, which is precise and clear in every moment. Okay, so Okay, another one is, of course, use headphones. Headphones, headphones, headphones. Not earphones, not earphones, headphones, not on ear as well, but headphones. Professional quality headphones, which is very important. The reason why is, in some instance, you might hear audio quality, air condition, wires, interference, loose microphones, street noise, all that. And it's very important. So example, here's one example. So a shirt gets hit, those kinds of sound, and another. So, so those kinds of sounds are really important, and you need a really good professional quality earphones. Okay, so let me turn that off. Let me put back. Sound check, sound check, sound check. So currently using a boom mic right now. So let me lower it down. Okay. All right, so next is another very important thing is monitor your sound level from the camera. Sometimes it messes up as well, but I'll show you. Okay. Sound level is here. Usually we watch it at 70%. 70% would be the best audio transmission or receive audio. 70% would be the best and the safest way. You won't have audio chipping and all that. Okay? So another one is check your location. Before 1 week before a shoot. Example, I'll give you an example. Sunday, there's a shoot next week. So at 3 p.m. Sunday next week. So what we do is go to a venue Sunday, same day. Sunday, 3 p.m. as well, to check the area, to check the venue, to check for air condition, to check for any noise, anything. Like one example is if you go ahead of time, let's say if you go a Saturday, there might be a different schedule. Like example, a trash would pick up on a Sunday at the same time. So you wouldn't know the time if it's a Saturday. Hope I'm making myself clear. So it has to be the specific day. It helps a lot because you would know every sound that's going to happen on that day. Of course, you can't avoid any extra sound or any unpredictable people coming in on that time, but at least you have an idea of what's happening on that day. So you avoid those and you prepare for those. Okay, locations. Where was I? Okay, use more than one microphone. That's very important because that always mess up. We'll try to. Where's my microphone? Okay, so I'll switch to camera right now. Okay, so these are the table top that I have right now. So microphones. On camera, I love using this plus this. Makes it two. Oh, wait, here. Okay, so I have two microphones already. I put this on camera and I put this as backup. I'll give you another example as well on how to use, if ever in a scenario, in a Q&A, it'll be more on scenario-wise and role-playing. So you ask question on how we put the microphone, or if given the scenario, how do we use the microphone. Okay, hope that would help. Okay, let me go back to here. Let me put, okay, so what's happening? Okay, there. All right, so get a good field recorder. So the field recorder are basically audio recorders, the one I showed you. What we have is the H1. I'll switch in the camera again. We have the H1, H4n, and it's the H6. I use this I have this every time in my bag. Can I know the name of the both? Sorry, I'm not sure what both. Okay, so I have this every time in my bag. This is for larger corporate events, and these are for major corporate events, which I have 4 inputs and 5 channels actually. Okay, so hope that'll help. Let me switch again. Okay, there. Get a good field recorder. I have links and list of all the field recorders that we use, the microphones that we use. I would need your email address later on. I'll put in the link where you could submit. Okay, so another thing which most of the beginners or people starting video tends to forget to record the background. It's very important because we need to capture this ambient sound for editing. Can you put the names of Vikas mentions and microphones, amps, everything? Yes, Ashari. I'll be sweet. Let me send you. Wait. Let me send you a link to fill up. Shorten URL. Copy. There's a lot in the list, so I'll paste. It's a Google form. Once I'll be sending you personally all the links, all the recommendations, where you could purchase it in Amazon and all that. All the equipments will be there. So please please fill up the form. Okay, so record background sound or ambient sound. It's very important. This like example, you have this. So you record ambient sound and you put, after you record ambient sound, let's say a minute, then you plug in the microphone, then you could record directly. Okay, so where am I? And don't forget to clap. Record, clap. Record, press the record, hold for 5 to 10 seconds, then you clap. The reason why is for us to sync, and so it'll be easier to sync. So in editing, especially when you have a separate recorder and the audio from the camera, you need to sync that in post-production, so you need to clap. Oh, wrong button again. Okay, get help. Simple, get help. Get an assistant to press the record button, to move the, what do you call this? To prepare the gears, to protect it, to carry around, to move around, and all that. Okay, can we have the Google Docs in English? It's English. You just have to switch. By default, I made it by English. So just change the language below. There should be one there. I think your Google is under Arabic language. That's why. After quarantine, I'm buying this. You could order it Amazon. I order my stuff in Amazon. I'll send you the exact link. There's an exact link on what model and what to purchase. It's a full menu. I made it a few days back, so it would really help. Okay, so again, get some help. Get an assistant. It's very important. Monitor audio levels. Like I'll show you. Wait. It's not visible in the camera. So audio levels are very important, as the one I showed you from the camera. Also on your feed recorder. So make sure to monitor those. In video, here's a common mistake as well. People tend to forget to press the record button, especially when you're new. I'm guilty of that. I guess everyone is guilty of that. You forget to press record button. Okay? And audio as well, that happens. And through experience, you would be able to remember every time, and you would be able to remember to press the record button. So it's kind of annoying, but again, you have to learn from your experience. So press the record button. So same thing with audio levels. Once you're monitoring all those, once you get to monitor all those, you would be able to make it a habit that, okay, I'm monitoring audio. I'm looking at the subject if it's clear or blurry, at the same time monitoring audio. At the same time, checking if record button is pressed on audio and checking if record button is pressed in recording video? Okay, so yeah. So where was I? Oh. Yes, Osin. Yes, I'll be sending everything. Just fill up the form. Just fill up the form. You could rate my talk as well. Okay. Here's another thing. This is kind of sometimes yes, sometimes no. Turn off the AGC, which is the automatic gain control. If you're in a control environment, example, an interview, like this room, where I know what's happening with the sound, I would put it in manual because I need to control. Okay, here's the link. Sure. Okay, that's the link. It's for Google Forms, so fill that up. And I'll send you the link afterwards. Okay, where was I? Okay, turn off automatic gain control. Turning off automatic control is very important because the sound, the camera sensor basically adjust it in a way that it just go crazy. So imagine having an audio with a hiss sound. Like, can you hear that? That's audio tripping already, and there's a hiss sound. That happens when you're using an automatic gain control, which automatically detects everything. Automatically adjusts the audio to a higher level. Okay, welcome Ashwani. Ashwani, correct, yeah. All right, so of course, avoid errors. Audio is something you listen, not look at. Yes, you looked at the meter, that's important, but you have to listen to it. Right now, it's very annoying because I'm having delays with the audio on my preview, and it's really hard to talk when you're hearing yourself and it's delayed by a minute or two, a minute or second or two. So that's why I'm a bit confused as well. So, but again, I have to go through with this. So it's important to listen to the smallest detail, listen to the hish sound, listen to the wires rubbing, listen to the shirt. Listen, it's very important because it's so hard to remove or to edit it in post-production. Okay, guys, please feel free to ask questions, okay? So, okay, again, one of my, I always preach of understanding the weakness of a gear. You have to know what it can't do. So you won't do it. Example, in a camera, if a camera can't go ISO 5000, don't use it. So you know already the limitation. Same with microphone. If your microphone has a certain range of limitations, don't use it in that way. So again, understand the limitations. Read the manual. I do read the manual. I think I'm the few person who reads the manual nowadays because everyone just gets the camera, gets the gear. You don't need to post your email here. Please do fill up the form, then I'll do it from there. I won't be able to monitor all this. Thank you. Okay, so here it goes. So what we use. These are the gears that we use. These are the equipments that we use. I'll explain to you the items. So, and of course, the list would be available. I'll send it through email. Okay, so I'm not gonna give you examples like okay this. I'm gonna show you what we use and what we prefer. If there's a run and gun, if there's like okay, there's a shoot in 5 minutes, go. What's the only microphone I'm gonna bring? Let's say in a stock. Wait, I'll show you. I'll switch the camera. Okay, let's say I'm in this table. I'm in this table and I'm ready to run. Okay, what gears I'm gonna bring? Pick one microphone that you're gonna use. Okay, only one. Of course, I'll use this. Wait, where am I? Wait, let me switch camera. I'll use this. I'll use the on camera. The reason why audio quality of this one is really good. And this is a smart microphone, meaning smart microphone that you could plug it in on any devices, on your mobile phone, and your literally, technically any device you could use this. So it's easy, it's quick, it's our run and gun. It's our run and gun device. So let me put that back in. Okay, so I'll show you the model number and everything also in the email. I'll send it to you. Please do feel free to submit that form so it'll be easier. Okay, so I'll give you an example. I'll test this out right now so you would know. Okay, wait, sorry. Okay. Let's plug in now. Sound check. Sound check. Okay, for a while. Sorry guys. Let me just turn it on. Okay. Hello. Sound check. Sound check. Sound check. This is the run and gun D3 DT microphone that I'm using right now. It's not visible. Wait, let me switch camera again. Switch camera. Okay, here. So this is the one I'm using right now. So sound check, sound check, sound check, sound check, sound check. So as you can see, the quality is really good. How do you rate the Z50 compatibility performance to good videography? Okay, let me put that in the comment. Okay. How do you rate the Z50 compatibility performance to good videography with all equipment? Appreciate your good response. Yes, I'll reply on that one. Okay. Actually, this is a Z50 right now. This camera is a Z50. I'm using a Z50 with this one. Okay. So let me switch back to the microphone. Number 3. So okay, I love this on camera because it makes it easy and makes it fast to move around. So if I have an interview, if I need to ask someone some questions and all, especially in a wedding, I just use this and we're done. Okay. So another combination for this one is if you're in the field and you can't get close to a subject, so you're quite far and you have this in hand. So what I'll do is I have an assistant with me, plug this in. As I've said before, I have this every time in my bag. It's a recorder, an audio recorder. So what I'll do is put this in there. So I have an audio recorder. Okay, so I have an audio recorder, records it, and I have a nice holder for this. It comes with a holder, by the way. So wait. Okay, so if I remove it from the stand, it's gonna turn into a semi-boom. Okay, so okay, there. So what I'll do, there. So I have this. I have an assistant holding this one and recording the audio, which he or she is very near to that area, so we could record it in a better. Yeah, audio recorders would be there in the list. So I'll send you all the recommendation as well. Okay, so this is good. It comes with a bag, a nice bag, and a bracket for everything. So I'll send you the details of that one. Okay, same thing. You could put this in an H4, H1, and an H6. So those are our run and guns. Let's go. What's always in my bag? What I carry every time is a small pouch which I put everything. I put in a lapel microphone, one lapel microphone which is I use for interview, and a field recorder. I carry the small one because it's easier to move around and it's not bulky in my bag. Okay, so sorry. Okay, so yeah. Sorry. Okay, so I have a recorder. I have an audio recorder. Wait. Reverse. There. Okay. So I have an audio recorder. I have a lapel microphone, and I have this as a microphone. So I have three for audio alone. Imagine that. That's paranoid already, which is very important for everyone. It's so important in a way that it's more important than video. Good audio quality is really important. That's why we have three audios. Okay, so the level up on corporate events, of course, we have the boom mics. I can't. Right. Yeah, I have a boom microphone right now here. I'm using it right now, and of course the H6. This is the field recorder for audio, especially when you're doing interviews. If you're doing interviews with two guests, okay, if there's two guests, of course, one lapel for him, one lapel for the other one, which is very important because again, you can't record with one microphone only, especially if there's or if there's 3 person or 4 person doing an interview. You have to bring this. You have to bring this because there's like 4 inputs. If it's more, then it's a different unit. Okay, so we have another camera, by the way, which is, yes, you could pass this around on interview. You could just pass around this with the interview and makes it easier, but it doesn't look professional, especially when you're, if you're doing an interview with VIPs. So I won't use that. So I rather have them lapelled properly. There's some models of lapel microphones that can have 2 receivers, 2 transmitters and 1 receiver. Okay, I use a separate one because it's easier to edit, and we do multiple channels to it. So every microphone is a different waveform. So if ever we need to separate the audio of speaker 1, speaker 2, speaker 3, speaker phone, we could manage to clean it up in some ways, or remove speaker 2 totally, remove speaker 3 totally. So it's easier that way. What's the lens? It's a stock lens. I always use the stock lens on the Z50, and that's my run and gun camera. I remembered one time, I have a small body bag, and I told my team, okay, let's go. We're shooting. We have a shoot, right? And my team would say, aren't you shooting? I said, yeah, I am. So where's your gear? I was like, okay, here. It's here. I'm having a Z50 and 1 microphone. That's it. The gimbal I don't bring because it's more of a run and gun shoot, and it's more of the natural feel of people dancing and interaction. So I don't need a gimbal. So I just carry the Z50. It's nice. It's really small, and it's very handy. Okay, so we got the microphone covers, we got kinds of microphones, we did the test, the booms and all, what we use. Now let's get connected. So here are now the headaches. Once you go to an event, there's a DJ, there's a sound guy who wanted to get live audio, which is really helpful for an event. We mix that up. We mix the audio from the live event and the audio from the microphone. So you would hear, even if you hear super clear music and you still hear people doing la 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 in a wedding, and you do clap, and you would hear that. And we mix that up in editing. Okay. Which microphone can I refer? I'm using a gimbal. Where is it? Wait. Where did I put the microphone? Okay, this one. I use this one for the gimbal. I'll show you. Sometimes we separate it. I have a bracket below, and I put it on the side. It's a totally separate. How do you explain it? But that's a good question. We're friends on Facebook, so I'll send you a photo of what we did. So, but I with this, I by the way, what's your gimbal? I need to understand as well. So this would be light enough to put in the gimbal, but I usually put another bracket to make it separate in a way that it's not connected to the camera. But I use this as well. So you mean you use only Z50 for all photos and pictures? No, I don't. uh, the Z50 is for me is my backup camera. I carry that for run and gun events. I use that also as photo. I use that as video as well. Uh, it really depends. I have, as you can see, I've got a lot of cameras. This is a Z6, this is a C7, this is a Z6, but I still use the Z50. So it's small, it's handy, it's fast. So for smaller events and like example, children's party, I would use a Z50. I would use the Z50 to if it's again smaller events or run and gun events like a mall or events that uh, requires permit and we don't have one. So we're just gonna do a paparazzi style. So I would carry the Z50. So it's easier. It's not magnet to the security guards. Okay. Hope that helps. Hope that answers your question. Okay, so let's go back to where we tap, where we get audio signals from the DJs. So here's our. Please take note that there's output. Okay, so we get output from the DJ. A funny thing in this part of the world, where especially if it's a local Emirati wedding, the sound guy won't let us stop the music. So it's kind of like they're telling us like, that's our music. We're gonna steal it. You're gonna steal it. Like, excuse me, we need the music for the video. No, no, you're not allowed. Imagine the dilemma that we're having. That not having a good quality audio, that's crazy. So sometimes we tap into the speaker where there's output. We tap in there, but sometimes they remove it on the event day. What we do is put in a boom mic. Wait, I'll draw that later in an example. Okay, so okay, please do put your mobile phone on silent. Sorry. So, okay, here's another output that we could get is the auxiliary. Auxiliary send, we could get signal here as well. So we tap in from there. If it's a small event, that's a problem. Usually they don't have. You also sometimes tap into headphones. Okay, the headphones connection. I like the headphones because it's not too loud and I adjust the control. I could adjust the volume control, but sometimes the DJ taps in here instead of his mixer, his turntable rather. So okay, these are the back side. Sometimes it's the difference. So we get it from line out, and we put in an RCA to the audio recorder. The audio recorder receives signal from our wireless, which is near the speaker as well. Okay, here are types of cables. Um, Ashwani, I don't want to go out of the topic. Currently, we're discussing audio, so I'll try to answer those. But we're discussing audio, so it'll be nice if it's more on the subject matter. If you ask a lot of audio questions, that would help a lot. Okay, so where is that? Running. Okay, so here are the types of cables you need to understand, especially when you're shooting, and you need to go to the DJ and tap it in. So you have the XLR, which is the male XLR and the female XLR, and the TRS, which is this is pro, this is amateur, of course. This is from our headphones jack. TS, okay, so analog. This is mono only. This is stereo. Okay, so RCA. So we have the RCA as well. So RCA is really the low end. So if a DJ would give you the RCA output, then it's like, okay, no choice. So that's why we do have a lot of cables we bring, converters. So as you could see here, these are the cables that we bring every time. A lot of converters. Okay, so hope that's clear on kinds of cables. Okay, these are terminations, which is the backside. So again, this is what it looks like. The RCA, XLR male, XLR female, 1.4, TRS and TS, okay, a stereo and mono, same here, mini jack, and the RCA. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are basically the basic input of a sound system. Okay, so here's another example of converters that we have. This is a 3.5 TRS, so plug into a DJ system, or we could, again, or vice versa, we could plug this into to a headphone jack. Oops, I just dropped the lapel microphone. Nice. We plug that into a headphone jack, so we get audio. And here's another one, which is for slightly entry-level mixers, the ordinary one. Oh, by the way, here's another tip. The color red signifies right channel on the RCA. So if you plug it in on the red, that's right channel. Okay, setting up the microphones. I'll answer your question later on, Ashwani, on the Q&A. So let me finish the audio. Okay, hope you don't mind. Sorry about that. Okay, setting up the microphones. This is more of a scenario-wise. Please feel free to ask a scenario where you want me to guide you on how to set up the audio. I'll give you one example right now, which is doing a wedding. Doing a wedding. So what we do is, I'll give you an example right now. Wait, let me do a drawing board. Please feel free to ask if it's like an interview. We'll do a scene scenario on how to set it up. Okay. So one example is, this is the dance floor. Usually this is the stage, and we have speakers here. Okay, we have speakers here, and sometimes speakers here. Okay, so there's like 4 speakers. Okay, and the DJ area is somewhere here. Guys, you're seeing this, right? This is clear enough, right? Okay, so this is the dance floor. People are dancing and all that. So we get output. Wait, let me change color so it's nice. What color? Blue. Okay, so we get output from the DJ. We plug it into our recorder. So we have a clean, technically there's a clean output already. Okay, but since we're paranoid, because sometimes in the middle of a dance, in the middle of a party, where everyone is enjoying, even though if you do test sound prior to that, the DJ would tend to pump it up in a way like increase the volume. So if the DJ pumps it up, then you'll have trip. So sometimes it trips. So we have to go there and adjust. But sometimes everyone's is so busy and so preoccupied already of what they're doing, we tend to forget to adjust that as well. That's why we have another audio recorder here. So we'll put in a smaller audio recorder, just a backup. And we have another lapel microphone, wireless lapel microphone, plugged it in here. So we're getting signal from the wireless microphone, recording this one. So if we're recording this one on a different channel. So the clean line is channel 1. The wireless is channel 2. So we have 2 separate channels already, just in case it messes up. And another backup is from the camera, of course. We have the camera, which is recording the sound of everything. So at least we have 1. Okay, we have backup of 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I making myself clear? Imagine how paranoid we are with audio. See, I mentioned from the start that audio is more important. So imagine that's 4 audio backups in a wedding, because accidents happen. Audio, sometimes you can't, even with that 4, there's an instance that like 3 of them fails. That happens as well. So we have to resort it in getting the audio from the cameras. Good thing we have 3 cameras. So this is camera 1. Camera 2 would be using a gimbal moving around. And camera 3 is a crane. So we have a crane here. Guys, is my diagram clear or understandable in some ways? Please let me know. Okay, so we have a crane here with a camera. The beauty of this, it's near the speaker and it doesn't move that much compared to the camera 1 and camera 2. So the audio quality that is getting is just in this area, which is very clear. So that helps a lot. Okay, so this is, okay, that's 5 audio already. So hope that helps. Okay, so let me answer some questions. Is there any wireless audio connection? Yes, there is. We're using audio connection. Yeah, we do it. We do the lapel. So there's, if I use the lapel and I put in the RCA, I could plug that into any audio device. Or if there's a laptop and I need to play something and it's far to the DJ, I put in the lapel microphone as a wireless transmitter. Okay, let me answer one at a time. Okay, are there channels working on the rechargeable batteries and wire charge during long duration events? Are the other channels working on... Everything is rechargeable battery. And again, as I mentioned a while ago, understand the weakness of your unit, understand the unit, and understand the weakness of every device that you have. So before we go to an event, I know the maximum capacity of the battery that we put in. So example, I put in 1 battery would last 5 hours only. So we would set an alarm that on the fourth hour, we change battery already. So we know that. We are programmed already to change battery. So if it's a wedding, usually it's in the break time when people tend to have dinner, we change batteries already. We stop recording, we change battery and everything, even on video. Okay, hope that answers your questions. Wait, I'm kind of... I can't talk long, so... Okay. Okay, any questions on this setup, please feel free to ask. In terms of audio quality, is there any difference if you use audio wireless and wireless? No, there's no significant difference, only on video. There's a latency problem of like the good ones, the HDMI transmitter, the good ones are like, you would see slight difference. But as you could see, when you go to production, when you go to TV, broadcast and everything, they use wireless. So there's no difference. Okay. I experienced vibration. Sorry, Candy. I experienced vibration in audio when lapel is next to the speakers. How do I get clean audio? You have to move slightly a feet away. Then you have to adjust the decibel to minus 40 or 35 or 20, depending on your lapel microphone. What is your lapel microphone, by the way? It can't be 0. you have to adjust it in a way to like the lowest level, especially when the DJ is just crazy pumping up the audio. So you have to slightly lower down to, usually it's the lowest, minus 40. A Sennheiser can do minus 40. A Sony can do minus 35. So again, we'll go back to understand the weakness of the camera. So if it's an interview, we will bring the Sony. If it's a wedding, we use the Sennheiser. So it really depends. Hope that answers the question. Okay, is any of this audio comes to remote control and post control recording? Yeah, that Tascam has. They have remote controls via phone, via Bluetooth. I have those links provided as well. But that's a really good question, S Master. Love that question. Again, just in case, for those who just joined, here are the link. Here's the link for you to fill up. Please do fill up. I can't press enter anymore. What's happened? Anyway, leave it. Okay, so next question. Please feel free to ask. We'll go into the next scene. Do you have any scenes that you want me to explain on how to set up or how to put in a microphone? Please feel free. Okay, let's go to 2-man or 3-man interview then. Sorry, I can't draw. I draw badly. Okay, so I'll just do a stick figure. Okay. 3-person interview. Okay, so here's an interviewer. I'll put in. Sorry about my drawing. So, so I have an audio recorder here. So basically, I could put this on wired. Okay, I could use wired here. Okay, I could use wired on the interviewer. So this I'll put in wireless lapel, wireless lapel, wireless lapel. So that's the easiest and the fastest way. Okay, but the most expensive way, because you have to have at least 3 lapel microphones. Please take note. Okay, please take note. UHF only. Don't use VHF because frequency-wise, that's so amateurish. So it'll mess up. It'll mess up definitely. Every time you use it, there will be frequency disturbance, hiss here, sound here, interference all over. So that's why the UHF are so expensive. But if you're just starting out and you have a tight budget, you're okay with VHF. But take note, if you're going to the next level, yes, you need receivers, of course. This is a transmitter, receiver, receiver, receiver. So it goes that way. There are certain models that has 1 receiver and 2 transmitters, or you could program this as well. You could program this setup to have to change the frequency of the transmitter to have 1, and you'll have 1 receiver. I'll go back again to the issue why I don't want this, because I want it in a separate channel. So every speaker would have a separate channel. Yeah. Wait, what? Why I can't type? Wait. Yeah, there. There's, by the way, there's a link, guys. So this is the question of Harith, which is, do you need receivers? Yes, you need receivers, which is very important. Okay. Okay, so this is how we'd set it up. Another option would be if you're like on a low budget or you haven't started much on the gears, you could do this setup. Wait, where's my handle? Okay, here. Okay, so every time someone's talk, okay, I'll move back. Everyone who, like, user 1 talks, user 2 talks, user 3 talks, user 2, user 1. So it goes that way, but you have to be careful with the sound of the wires hitting and all. So you could put this in a boomstick. It'll like move, but make sure, to tell the speaker or the one you're being interviewed is like talk one at a time. If they talk all together or simultaneously, then okay. How do you point one and two? So you put it in the middle part, so it'll be easier. But that's so hard as well, right? So that's why it's better to have multiple microphones, right? Two usually, and just in case, I would put audio recorder here. I'll put it in a light stand just to back up. Since this captures basically the whole area, I'll be okay with it. So I'll give you another example how I can hear it. Sound check, sound check, sound check. So this is the microphone. Wait. Hello, hello. So this is the microphone from the audio recorder, the built-in microphone. So let me switch the camera. I ran out of battery already on the Z50. All right, so forget it. So this is the microphone from the audio recorder. So we do capture that just in case it's a backup. Okay. Okay, let me ask the any wireless audio mixers and also any wireless. Let me put. Okay. Ask the any wireless audio mixer and also any wireless. Oh, sorry. Wait. Sound check. Sound check. Sound check. Sound check. Sound check. 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 I know now what's the problem. Okay, let me. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Let me switch to my lapel microphone. Sound check. Sound check. Sound check. There's a static somewhere. I don't know where it's coming from. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. So where was I? What was the question? As the any wireless audio mixers and also any wireless video mixers, they use an event and also wireless from camera to TV. I'm not sure what's the question. There's a hushing sound. See, these are unavoidable audio, which okay, it's gone. I know now. There's a hum, right? You could hear it, right? See, there's a hum. It's just when sound check. Sound check. Okay, got it. You know what happened? My mobile phone is on top of the wire, and it's causing interference. So, all right. So where was I? What was the question again? Audio mixers, video. I do have HDMI transmitters to broadcast all that, and we do HDMI. Since the cameras are HDMIs, we convert the HDMI signal to HDSDI and put in an HDSDI cables to prolong the distance, then plug that in. Hope that answers your questions. Harriet is asking, can you have an Omni mic to cover everyone as a backup? Yeah, that's the example I gave you. It's the audio recorder. I would put it in the middle, and it would capture the whole scenario, which is here. This is basically the Omni microphone that to cover everything. So yeah. Right. What next? Okay. Anything you need to ask? So basically, we just covered events and the interview, which is the vital part. There's some microphones, new microphones that came out. It's from Deity as well. It has both front and back. So if you're a vlogger and you're moving around, and you could ask questions, and the one you're doing interview, you could capture sound, which is really good. Okay, so please do feel free to ask question. We're almost done. Okay, so next. Okay, let's go next. Okay, I could come back for that. Okay, so again, if you have any questions, please feel free. I'll try to draw the diagram if ever. Please do check our works at www.studiok.ae. Our Instagram is our Instagram and Facebook is Studio K International. Okay. Please do follow me as well on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. I'll be broadcasting the delayed telecasts of this in a YouTube channel just in case you want a review, and it's also available in Nikon MEA Facebook page. Okay, so guys, again, now is the time to ask the question. Please feel free while we're waiting. All right. I'll wait for 5 minutes, then if we don't have any questions, we'll just wrap this up. Come on, guys. A while ago, there was like so many questions. Now you can ask questions. Let me change the battery first of the Z50. Please do ask. I can't, Ashwani. Just ask again, please. Thank you. What is the latest software and edit camera video? I use Adobe Premiere to edit. The reason we used to use Final Cut, but the problem is it's all Mac. But since we migrated to PC, we use Adobe Premiere so we could cross-platform. We could use our editing in Mac and in PC. And business point of view, Mac machines are quite expensive. I could get 3 units for one Mac or 2 units with one Mac with the same specs and better specs actually. Alright, thanks, keep learning. Alright, thank you. Ashwani, I have to scroll down a lot, then it'll get me confused and all. So please do ask again. By the way, this is a Z6, a Z50 on the other side. Okay. Right. What lens do you use in video? 1650, 50? I use them all. I use for corporates. I use especially if it's far, I would use the Z50. I would use the the 5250 on a tripod. It really helps. But of course, please take note. It's a smaller sensor and there would be slightly noise on it. But again, we use that for corporates. It's easier. It's smaller. We do use both. I have both. I have 2 Z50s actually. Hope that answers your questions. By the way, what's your camera? What's your current camera right now? What are you using right now? Okay, then you're good to go. What events do you cover? You'll be okay with the Z50, but of course, eventually when you have enough earnings, just upgrade it to the Z6. It would help a lot as well. Alright, guys. Yeah, you'll be okay with those. As long as you know the weakness. what think about the 14 millimeter? This one, it's the 1430. This is the 1430. Oh, by the way, guys, don't forget to buy the bracket. I'll send you the link as well for the bracket. It helps a lot as well. So the reason why is you could put microphone, you put lights, you could put wireless transmitters, you could put whatever on the bracket. And I just dropped one last time. It didn't break, of course, because there's a bracket. Okay, so can we use this 2470 lens on the Z50? Of course you can, but what's the point? The stock lens is powerful enough. Wait, let me try to play. I'll send you. I'll download one. What we use for Z50. Okay, so give me some time. Okay, while we're at it, let me. Please feel free to ask more questions so I could download those files. I love the 14 millimeter. It's especially when you're doing glide and or your handheld. I would recommend using wide. That's one of my favorite lens. If you ask me if what lens I would carry if I travel, if I go wherever, I'm just gonna carry the 1430. But I'd rather bring the Z50 because it's small and lighter. Z50 is not full frame, it's cropped. Sorry, I have to press that first before I answer. Yes, Ashwani, I'll be sending it. So, but not today. I'll just complete the additional info. There's a lot there. Okay, any other questions, guys? While I'm just loading up, feel free to ask. So we're open right now. Think of any other questions. You could go out topic round. Can I use extension of my room? Go on the camera mic if I need to move away from the camera. Yes, you can, but I would recommend there might be signal loss if it's too far. What you could do is wait, let me switch camera. Okay, so here, yeah, so just put in a recorder and you could go in anytime and you could sync it in post-production. So, and I just dropped the lapel microphone again. 2 times for tonight. Nice. Hope that answers your questions. Okay, wait. Anything else, guys? Okay, this will wrap this up. I'm over the time. I'm over time already. So wow, over by 30 minutes. Okay, guys. I have your contact details. I'll send you the few samples of the shots done by Z50 as well, and links as well. So wait, let me copy video link. Okay, you could watch some videos while you're at it. Let me paste it here. Okay. Hi, Nicolo. Thanks for joining. You came in pretty late. Wait, let me just change my profile. Okay, wait, there. So, okay, here's a video link that we do. Please feel free to look at it. That's a corporate video, so okay. All right, you're welcome, Shwani. Welcome, welcome. Just feel free. Don't forget, guys, to follow my Instagram. Okay, I need your help as well. Okay, thanks, S Master Photowell. What else? We're done. We're good, guys. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, guys. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Thank you very much, and have a good night.